Hello, YouTube. Being from the bedroom here, your guitar junkie. So, if I posted my unboxing, very first unboxing video ever, not the one that I did as a joke of this guitar, I guess this would be part two, the review. So, I was very distracted in the unboxing video because I don't normally do that. And I'm taking the guitar out, looking it over, and going through it. And the video was running quite long. And then I was suppressing a cough. And I was going to go through how I do all the frets up and down and so on and so forth. And I had to, I just ended the video. I had a coughing fit and finished removing the rest of the covers off the back to show everyone in this review, which I like to try to do all the time. Sometimes I don't. And wipe down the guitar because it looks like someone just had a greasy hamburger and fries from McDonald's and handled this guitar. And the fact that they just can't wipe it down, check the tuning, wipe it down, stick it in a box, is beyond me. The fact that they did such a crappy packaging job from the Guitar Center in Colorado, where I got this from. Not only did the salesman have an attitude with me via calling from my Guitar Center here in Clearwater, and then requesting not to detune the guitar, they did it anyway. These were loose. It was, everything had to be reset up, and they did that on that video. But why they just couldn't wipe it down and leave it, check the tuning, wipe it down, box it up better, because I've had it where they had plenty of bubble wrap around this guitar. You could see in the unboxing. Not only was the box destroyed, but the wrapping was just horrendous. I figured let me wipe it down and do a review video right quick. Well, I have it. I normally like to have the guitar for a couple of days and play it and make sure that you know everything is cool. I don't have any issues with it. The good thing with Guitar Center is you have 45 days. So you could bring this back on the 44th, 45th day and get a full refund. And Sam Ash does that as well, I do believe. But I just, you have a lot more. Sam Ash doesn't have a Guitar Center used gear page um, that you can go on Sam Ash and look at all the used stuff in all their Sam Ash stores and have it shipped to your house. They just don't provide that service as Guitar Center does. And the fact that I could buy something, and if I have buyer's remorse or I just don't like it in about 2 weeks, I could bring it back. And if I get it and I have an issue, I could just bring it back. I don't have to worry about shipping it back, getting a label, going to UPS. I could run it. Guitar Center's 15 minutes from my house. That's being generous. Um, so yeah, I stumbled across this thing because I had mentioned I was looking up my gear and seeing what it was selling for, in case I wanted to do a trade-in thing, which I did for this guitar. And excuse me. And this thing came up. So from what I could tell, it's a 2022, fairly new guitar. Now, being it's 2 years old, a lot of times they discontinue. They'll make a batch and sell them out, right, and then stop, manufacturing them. Maybe if it's not a hot item, they don't keep on going with it. The black one that I had, the tobacco black tiger maple, that's the neck through, and the Floyd rose. Can't even get them anymore. Whatever sold out is gone. All they have is the plain maple top. And That's it. And then still, those are like 650 for those. So this thing here is one of the ones that I guess they only made, X amount and sold them and didn't keep going with it. However, I'm glad I stumbled across it because when I saw it, I just kept on thinking because I saw that. I saw the cherry sunburst with the like flame maple. And I would constantly go back and look at it. And then I saved it in my favorites. So every day I would see it there, click on it and look at it again and see that. You go, man, that looks really good. How many cherry sunburst LPs, single cut Les Pauls can they make? And they make thousands of them. But like it doesn't get boring. I think it blows away any cherry sunburst that I've ever had, and I think it blows away the one I have on my vintage. And I from had one from the 80s. I had one from the 90s. That was a Gibson Standard, and it didn't look this good. So it was very bright, bright, bright red. This has got like a almost. It's almost like my Epiphone Magma. The way it's darker up here, and then fades out. But in any case, it's got coil splitting ability on the tone for the pickups. When you put it in the middle position and you turn either one of the volumes down, you could still hear the guitar. And I've never seen that before, even on a Gibson. The only time I've seen that was on my IYV. That was the jazz guitar. And I like the circuitry. But in that one, when you put it in the middle and turn one of the volumes, you actually just split the pickup. So you would have like a humbucker and a single, or if you just, messed around with it, you can get different other tones out of it. So I like the fact that this is the only guitar that I have that actually does that. Pretty cool. Pickups, just like the pickups on the 3200 series. This is a 3100. This is an AL-3100MCC. Super hot pickups. They have a punchy mids, and they'll cut through anything. And if you're if you're a metal guy, this guitar would cut through the mix on any metal distortion. I mean, it would really bring it where if you have so much dirt, a lot of times and you make a mistake, it'll cover it up. These pickups, if you make a mistake, you're still going to hear it, but that's how it articulates every note crystal clear, and they sound super great. Where again, I just turned down the tone, so I don't have it that punchy. But yeah, it's the AL, so it's got the nice border with the lines, 3 lines going all the way around the body. You don't get to change the knobs because I already have a pair of red knobs with the abalone inlays. I just have because so I'm probably going to do that. Although the black kind of matches with the poker chip and the pickup rings. However, Floyd Rose special. Again, I don't care. Floyd Rose is a Floyd Rose is a Floyd Rose. And 22 nickel frets on an ebony fingerboard, and it does really look like mother of pearl inlays and trapezoid starting at the first fret at the nut all the way down. Nice binding all the way around the neck and headstock. Real deal Grover tune is on there. And look at the back of that. This cherry wood looks really good. Now, it appears to be a 3-piece mahogany back. So you've got 1 and then 2 right here. 3-piece mahogany body. As you can see, you've got 500K pots, hand soldered, no quick clip pots on here. The splittable tones, which I could do without, but they're there. So yeah, shielded with the three-way toggle switches. That's how I have the Floyd Rose set up with the 3 springs. I like it that way. I think not only does it keep it in tune better, but you get more use out of it. You have a one piece, which looks like mahogany headstock neck set into the body. No spaces on here, no scarf joint up here. Looks like one solid piece. Now, you don't get that with Epiphone. And I'm starting to see it on some other guitars. So the fact that, this is one piece is sweet. So other than that, it's a honey of a guitar. I think it looks super cool. I like the way it looks. I think I'm going to put my vintage Ace Frehley on vacation and hang this in its place on the wall. And again, I liked it if it was a hardtail, but when I saw the Floyd, I was like, it was screaming my name. And I don't want to abandon the Floyd, because of my shoulder. I want to keep on trying to use the Floyd. So much of my playing that I've done in the past, my style, my flavor, whatever you want to call it, my flair, came from the Floyd Rose. And you see it once in a while when I'm playing and I use it, to like make the guitar talk or pull another sound out of it. But I don't use it the way I used to use it. I used to rely heavily on the Floyd Rose, and using the tremolo. Like I said, between Hendrix, um, Jeff Beck, and Steve Vai, I was like somewhere in the middle of that. That's how much, I was using the arm. Again, just to put a little, little flair, a little something, little something, little special sauce in my playing. So I don't want to abandon the Floyd Rose. I still have my Schecter with a Floyd Rose up there, and just my Super Strat. But yeah, what else can I say about this guitar? It's got a thin 60s neck. It's equivalent to all of my other Agile guitars. I could say it's just as thin as my Blue Tribal, my Blueberry, and my Tobacco Brown. It's not as thin as the 3200 series. That's a neck through 5-piece maple and walnut. That's got that cutaway back here. It's not as thin as that. Those two guitars that I have, the blue one, that's a hardtail or whatever they call it, ocean blue, and the charcoal black with the Floyd, those necks are super thin, like a wizard neck, and sturdy as all heck. So yeah, this thing here, the more that I'm looking at it, because I've had it almost like an hour now. The more I look at it, the more I'm digging it, man. You know. So I hope to do other videos with this to compare it to. This bridge pickup is up way too high. And like I said in my unboxing, I'm looking at getting another USA Gibson. If I do pull the trigger on one and get it, I'll tell you why. But the fact that it would be great for me to use that to compare to all of my non-Gibson guitars, especially the video that I did, where I say 5 Les Paul single cut guitars that are better than the Gibson, I could really, even though I would own it, I'm still going to say, look, you don't have to spend that kind of silly money for USA Gibson, where there's stuff like this that's still available and it's out there. And I also like to compare it to my 59 Greenie Moore Gibson that everyone has a fit over. So, yeah, looking at 15 minutes. So maybe I'll just plug it in quick because everyone wants this. Everyone says, let's hear it. So, although this is just a review, let me pull out the mic and let you hear it. Again. Okay. There we go. I might add that I don't like playing a guitar without the covers on, especially over the Floyd Rose. I just think it sounds thicker and warmer with the cover on. I think without the cover, it sounds a little bit brighter. And that's just my ear telling my brain that, but you may agree with it, you may not. So, give it some more heat. I've got just the Dirty Boost on the Dirty channel, and let's do this. I really haven't played today, other than the first video on this and now, so I'm not warmed up or anything, by all means. And that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Can't get comfortable. There's like 12s on here. Yeah, stronger than 10s. See? Like a sustain. That's what you lose when you have a Floyd, that never-ending sustain. Yeah, I just looked at the time, 21 minutes, so I figured I should pull the plug at this point. Hope you liked the review. And if you're an Agile fan, I wish there was a way that if you could leave a photo on a comment, that would be great so I could see your Agile guitar. But if you have, you know, any guitars that you have that I have on my videos, if you made a video and you copy and paste or you know, shared it to a comment, for me, that would be great because then I could watch your video on your guitar as well. So thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Have a good day and a better tomorrow.